Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening puts us back in the ring for an elimination boxing bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. This is an Airtight Boxing Productions. Introducing first out of the red corner, Mario Perez.
Mario, Super Mario.
Yeah, that's pretty much the spot-on nickname right there.
My buddy had a mustache for Halloween. I'm like, dude, don't hang around the junior highs because the police are going to get called.
+20 fights tonight, and we are rolling through them. I love it.
Now, this is a big difference. Mario Perez debut, he's going against fighters, got 6 fights. That's a huge difference.
5-1. I will say this, though, Mario Perez, coached by Jacob Ramos out of Genesis.
Oh, then
that's who
he's
you
been
want
around.
in your corner.
Yeah, if you want Jake Ramos, I mean, of course, Coach Jake, coach of Grant Neal, first fighter that he's taken from the beginning.
All right, up to Tsui.
Fighting out of the blue corner, James Huff.
Dude, not only is Jake's a great guy, man. Just
He really
a great
is.
guy, man.
Yeah, just super nice gentleman to be around.
I was dropping an animal off to be processed. Yes, I'm a hunter. And was right by the gym the other day, so I dropped in and saw Jake. That means he's gone rounds for probably Archie Colgan.
Mr. Huff, as you mentioned, coming to us at 5-1. We'll have to wait for tail of the tape, but looking like a very tall, lean fighter is Mr. Huff. All right, here's our tail of the tape. Mario Perez, 32 years old. Mr. Huff, the younger at 22, 5'7" for Perez versus the 6 foot of Huff. Looks like more of a difference than that.
Yeah,
Both
it does.
guys made 147, as we talked about. Debut for Perez, 5-1 for Mr. Huff. Perez, a pressure fighter versus the orthodox Huff.
And 10 years of difference. And you always wonder, I'm always curious, Jer, what happens in that 10 years? You know, but in this sport, 32 is not old anymore.
Agreed.
It's not.
Agreed. All right, we'll take it up to Stewie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination boxing bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. This is an Airtight Boxing Productions. Introducing first, fighting out of the King of Beers, Budweiser, red corner. He's a pressure-style fighter, standing 5 foot 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 146.5 pounds with Genesis Training Academy. From Denver, Colorado, Mario the Ghost Perez!
He doesn't look nervous at all.
Not even a little bit.
Fighting out of the Australia Helico blue corner, he's an orthodox style fighter standing 6 foot tall. He weighed in at 146.7 pounds with Stevie Johnson Gym. Out of Denver, Colorado, James 5-star Huff.
5-star.
Referee Curtis Special.
CBS jab going.
Okay, gentlemen, we spoke earlier in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Remember, fellas, no strikes here to the back of the head, nothing below the navel here, nothing below the navel here. Touch them up right now. Good luck.
All right, Curtis Thrasher in the center of the ring, ready to get our action started.
Curtis Thrasher.
Perez lists himself as a pressure fighter and immediately comes stepping across the ring, throwing punches.
Let's see what jab looks like for Huff.
Huff looks very nonplussed, quite calm.
Ooh, big shot up top. Perez does not look like a debut fighter.
No.
Again, you got to go with the gym they came from.
And he's living up to his pre-fight moniker as being a pressure fighter. That's for certain.
Now let's see how much gas he's got, because Huff's kind of taking his time. Double jabs. Did not connect, however. You know, when you're an announcer and you're telling about punches, I think it's important to say when the punches happen, if they connect.
Agreed.
I see it at a higher level, JR, and I don't like it. You know? Oh, look at that left-right combination. But it didn't connect.
Corner of Huff asking for more circular footwork, and they want some more pressure, too. Wondering what he's waiting for. There you go.
Combination. Good job by Perez going downstairs, then upstairs. Jab working for Huff. Really even round. Tough round to call.
Yeah, it took about 2/3 of the round for Huff to get going. Let's see if he ups his pressure in the second round. I'm sure his corner is going to be in his ear about that a little bit.
Yeah, Huff was very smooth, but not a lot of substance.
All right, checking it out on the replay here and seeing some Huff using that distance advantage, but Perez, because of his pressure, able to close the gap. Huff not really throwing anything that's making Perez worry about getting in close.
No, and listen, if you're a judge, you're looking at, okay, who's putting the pressure on? Who's making that extra effort?
And that's definitely Perez in round number one. So see how Huff changes tactics for round two.
I would like to see that jab more from Huff. Jab.
And Perez, same as the way he started round number one, coming out with his pressure.
Good body shot. There's
Oh.
the jab. There's jab and a right cross.
Huff's two best punches of the fight so far.
Yep, I agree. There it is. There's
And
that jab
again.
coming across in the big right hand.
That's the kind of action Huff's
Yeah.
corner was wanting.
And JR, it's all about distance. It's all about measuring where you're at in the ring.
Hey, you got him switching, so he's looking for something already. You just keep that pressure on. There you go.
Perez just fearless closing the distance.
Yep, he has to. Power punches for Perez for sure, but a much better round right now for Huff.
Missed on the uppercut,
Oh.
did Huff, but it was something he might want to go back to.
3-punch combination by Huff that landed. 2 body shots, 1 to the head.
Nice job by Huff of landing his punches while he's stepping backward.
Yeah, jab. Ooh, big left.
Huff listening to his corner well. They were telling him to walk Perez back and then punch, and he followed the instructions exactly.
Really, really close fight. And when you have a fighter that's fought 6 times in Huff and a debut fighter, that's Huff doing a job getting it off.
And into the corner of Huff, corner man Steve Mestis, he told us that Huff has been with him for a long time.
Yeah,
So, and that shows in the way that he's able to listen to the directions.
I think we're 1-1. Listen, but I will say this. Rarely do you see a fighter that's fought 6 times going up against a fighter that has not fought and it being that good.
Yes. Definitely a close match. Like you said, I see it 1-1 as well.
Yep.
And the replay here, and we're seeing why we're both believing that Huff took the second round, able to get off better with his combinations, able to land his punches while he's stepping backward. And on the separations, Huff's corner was calling for him to punch.
And I think that's experience, JR. When you're looking at a guy that's had 6 fights, that jab, that distance makes a big difference.
And such a height and reach advantage.
Yes. I mean, 6 foot, crying out
Yeah,
loud.
and in this weight class, Huff is probably used to being the tallest guy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice job by Huff waiting for him
Yeah.
to step in and meeting him with the uppercut.
This is a really close fight to call. Really close.
Yeah, you and I both had a 1-1, and here in the third, they're starting off very even.
Uppercut, uppercut. There it is, the body. Break.
Work there. Yes. Work there. Bring it with you. Bring it with you.
There's that 2-3 punch combination.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of those punches hit the gloves, but a couple landed.
Yeah, Perez on the receiving end of some punishment there.
Ooh, big body shot.
Bring him in combos now, baby. You keep that pressure.
And late in the fight, that can count for a lot. That'll really take a lot of steam out of a guy.
54 seconds left right now.
Good. Back to the body. Good.
Clash of heads in there. The referee didn't see it.
No.
but I'm not seeing any cuts or anything.
Back to the body.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Jared.
Perez starting to welt up around the eyes.
I wouldn't be disappointed with the draw here. Let's see what happens in this last 30 seconds. Good. Big hook left up top. Uppercut.
Something that Huff has gone to a lot in the third round. That uppercut.
Yep.
Perez trying to keep it in close, wants this fight in the phone booth.
There's that distance right there.
And both fighters
Man.
with the energy to finish hard. Good shots by Huff to end the bout.
Huff might have won the fight here in the last 10
Might have
seconds.
done it with that last 5
Yeah.
or 6 punches.
You know what? If not, JR, this is close to a draw that I've seen.
Agreed. Good finish by Huff, though.
Great
I
fight,
think
great
he did
fight.
exactly what he needed to do in the last 10 seconds of that fight.
Well, if you saw Huff in the second round, Huff started using his distance, started using his jab, and started using where his power's at. But I'll tell you what, you can't tell me that was a debut fighter.
Yeah, and we're seeing that on the replay here is Perez sticking to his game plan of being a pressure fighter, just standing in, leaning on his opponent. But while he's doing that, he's also keeping his hands very busy.
Yeah, I gotta
Exactly
tell
what he
you,
needs to do. He wasn't taking a break in there, leaning on him.
good replays there. It shows Huff's with the good best. That was Huff's best part. That last flurry may have been enough. To me, this fight was really even.
Yeah,
even.
I'm in complete agreement. As though our opinions mattered, we say.
Which it's the same thing at home, JR. It don't make a shit bit of difference.
Stewie into the ring with the official word. He's the man that knows what's going down.
That was a really good fight. I mean, that could be a majority draw. That could be, that was a really, really good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round battle, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Short scores this bout 29-28. Judge Mantine scores this bout 30-27. Judge Amanda scores this bout 30-27. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, James 5-Star Huff!
Congratulations to Mr. Huff. Adds another victory to his record and a great debut fight by Mr. Perez.
Yeah, but 30-27, what are you watching, man? Come on. That was down a 30-27 fight. I'm sorry. 29-28, I can handle. 30-27, not in agreement with two of the judges at all.